Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Just starting out here in the southern continent. And just about to go into Albrook. I have to redo my commentary. I don't know what happened. My microphone just, I guess, I don't know, something happened with my recording software. And so I get to do all the commentary for this video over. But no big deal. Just started out here though with the item shop. I wanted to kind of stock up and get we'll try to get more or get stocked up, right? We've got a pretty, I mean, it's less intense now, I feel like, with you know, without because we don't have to do encounters at all. So, you know, not as big of a deal, I think, as it definitely used to be. But still, I always wanted to be, you know, safe. I picked up a Venom Claws, grabbed one Bastard Sword and one Sakura. Not that important. I'm most likely never going to end up using those anyway, but just figured I'd grab them more for a kind of a complete item list than anything else. So yeah, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, I grabbed a bunch of scrolls as well. You know, picked up some new shurikens. I actually ended up using all of those while I was on the Veld with Shadow there. Here's, this guy says there were two Atma weapons made. One was a sword whose blade formed from its wielder's strength. The other was a monster born for destruction. There's an ether. The Atma / Ultima weapons are pretty cool. They're you know, we'll fight actually two of the Atma weapons, I believe, and then we can get the other. You can get the, is it the Atma weapon? I forget the names now. They may have changed since you know, or between versions. But anyways, the sword I used to think that was really cool. I don't know. I honestly don't I don't use that much anymore. Yeah, I think it's still a cool weapon, and like the concept is cool, but I don't know. I don't think they're that great. These two chests are completely empty, so we don't have to worry about that. Also, there's the priest miters are available now. I think those used to be called the Bard hat or something like that. Back in in some of the other versions of the game, but basically, they are the only helmets other than the cat ear hood, which is only equipable by realm, that has magic evasion. And the magic evasion stat is actually very good. You know, if you can stack enough of it, you are immune, basically, to magic. So, also, one other kind of neat thing about those is those helmets actually increase your maximum MP as well. And so, and I don't remember now, I'm pretty rusty. You know, there's a couple of characters like Cyan, Sabin, I don't know if Edgar is one of them, that don't get a natural 999 MP stat. And so, that those hats can be a way of, and I can't remember if it's enough, right? Like, excuse me. Let's just say Sabin ends up with 950 MP at the end of the game. I don't know if the priest miter is enough to get him to 999, but I think it is. And so that said, what you can actually do is, you know, if you're somebody that kind of gets hung up, or well, maybe that's not a good way of putting it, but if you're somebody who likes to have, you know, 9,999 health and 999 mana or MP. You know, what you can do is you can use that gear, specifically that, you know, priest miter, to get you to 999 MP, and so then you don't have to waste levels on, you know, with Crusader to max out your MP. But, you know, really your choice on if that's something that you want to do or not. I tend to not worry about the maximum HP and mana. I would rather just, you know, get some extra stats, honestly. But anyways, yeah, that is kind of one of the ways around that, I guess I would say. So yeah, up to you on, you know, whether or not you'd want to do that. But I think that's pretty much it for Albrook. You can't actually go this way. I don't know why I did that. I thought I could get around, I guess. And then this guy gets in my way. Come on, old timer. Let's keep it moving. All right. So at this point, I decided to go over to the west to Miranda. I didn't actually know that you could go around the bottom side of this mountain, but I thought that was kind of cool. I'm actually trying to farm some stuff here while while I take this footage. So if I'm distracted, that's why. Where am I? There we go. All right. Yeah, so just kind of zipping around here, looking for different items. No elixir in this clock, so it's a little lame. But Miranda used to be the most beautiful continent or town on the continent. Then the Empire came along. Now look at it. Soldiers are out of control. There's nothing we can do about it. How long do we have to put up with this? Probably a while longer. So for the items here, I think I actually grabbed a mithril mail. God, I have so many green berets. And then I think I grabbed one mithril helmet, again, just for the kind of item list completion. The mithril mail actually is a little bit better, though, than what we've got, because I think I just have vests right now on a couple of these characters. That said, though, I don't think I bought one for Locke because he's got the ninja gear. I think I wanted to keep that on him. But I did grab a set for Edgar. And then I think I didn't mess with Celeste either, because she's got that, or she's got something that gives her magic. I think it's like the white dress or something like that. So all right. I bought a trident, although I'm not going to end up equipping that because I've got that rune edge. So that's giving Edgar an extra, 10% evasion. I bought the boomerang. Not sure if I'll end up using that either. So the problem now is that I've got, some weapons that give, physical evasion. And oftentimes I would rather just keep the evasion than, do a little bit of extra damage with a like an attack. But like also, for somebody like Edgar who is only ever using tools. Like there's almost never a time where we're using a physical attack with Edgar. So also that, his weapon doesn't really matter. It's more of if you're familiar with the term, a stat stick, right? So we're really just using it for evasion in this case. So here's Lola, who says, he sent me the book he'd been reading. I've been reading a little bit every night before bed. I'll treasure it forever, which I think is just adorable. Didn't bother talking with any of these guys. And I think that's it, though. For some reason, I thought that there was an accessory shop here in this town, but there isn't. Also, did I miss buying the reflect rings, or is that coming up still? We'll see. No, I think that was back in Albrook. Excuse me. I think Zen has it as well. Okay, there we go. I had to clear my throat. Anyways, definitely pick up those reflect rings. Again, I think I actually did do that back in Albrook. I don't know. I mean, I must have been looking at the other screen. But anyways, very, very important for the Magitek, for the minecart ride, which is coming up, very soon. I think the minecart ride is still the most difficult part of this kind of like low level challenge. Even with encounters off, I mean, I assume we're still going to be forced to do those fights because every one of those sequences that's kind of like that, right? Like the raft ride, the Serpent Trench, we've still been forced to do encounters anyway. And so I think that the minecart isn't going to be any different. There was a while there where you could actually just run from the minecart ride, which was pretty wild. But the fact that we can, switch our experience off means that doesn't really matter. We don't have to, you know, mess around with stuff like that. I think we're still gonna end up doing something kind of specific though, in that we'll have to find some specific encounters, right? But that I'm not worried about that. I think that part's gonna be easy. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about in terms of the minecart ride is if I want to try to actually level lock there, and I kind of do. Mostly because that final fight is just so difficult, and I'm going to be trying to steal, and, you know, Locke having a couple of extra levels is going to be really nice. So we will see how that all plays out. But anyways, let's actually, we're ready to head into Vector now, and yeah, that should be, we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be pretty good though. All right, yeah, I think the inn, that guy will steal from you. Inside here, there's this lady. I think she might, I don't know if she is a returner, like a hidden returner. She might be. Because if you interact with her, she'll attack you, and two, what appear to be Narsh guards attack you. And so I don't know if that was what they were intending. Someone might, I want to say somebody had that as or put that on a comment in one of my old videos. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's exactly what they were going for or not, but then she said something like, oh, you might be able to do it, or something like that after you take down those guards. So again, that might be what they were going for there. That's just kind of tough to, there just isn't a whole lot of information to go from in terms of, you know, what's happening there. But excuse me. Anyways, yeah, here the soldiers are just kind of giving an overview of what's happening at the Magitek research facility, and they kind of give you hints that you know, you're going to want to use magic in there, and that generally is true. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, right? Because we're not really doing any of the battles in there, but yeah, most things are weak to magic there, and, you know, having magic does help, so I guess just keep that in mind. Okay, so the 3 towns are controlled by the Empire. Now, he says it's for their own good. I don't know what he's trying to say there. You're returners. Now, here I actually accidentally started this battle, but it ended up being fine because the research facility battles are missable, right? Because once you leave, there's no way to get back. At least I don't remember. No, I'm pretty sure there's no way to get back. Anyways, so what we want to do is we want to grab a couple of the battles, and this is one of them. So the Belzecu and the Sergeants. That one will end up in a pack, and then we'll probably throw a couple more encounters in there as well. But yeah, so the nice part was I didn't need to you know, do this formation while I was actually inside, which whatever, doesn't really matter that much, right? That would have been okay, but yeah, it was just kind of funny to actually see, and that's the formation that I wanted. There's also oddly a couple, and I don't know if I'll mention this in the next video. It probably isn't it probably isn't relevant in the next one. But anyways, there's some, like, I want to say maybe like proto armor. I think that might be the name of them. And they do appear in the Magitek research facility, but there's not a rage for them, and so, you know, I don't end up I guess like kind of meeting them and getting that encounter just because there's no reason to. You know, if it's not on the Veld, it really isn't a reason to worry about bothering. So. Anyways, General Leo's never had a Magitek infusion. He's a warrior's warrior. I don't really know what a warrior's warrior would be, but, like, is he owned by other do you purchase him? Kidding. Yeah, he's like a man's man, right? And yeah, Leo is kind of a badass, but yeah, anyways. That little boy, I guess, heals you, which is kind of cool. Sid, the director of Magic Research, he's a genius. He gave my son the gift of cure magic. That actually is kind of cool. Like, Maybe could you just stick to cure instead of like, you know, like destruction type spells? I don't know. I heard General Celeste went over to the returners. Why join the side that has no hope of winning? Sir, we have Terra, okay? We've got the last ray of hope. I guess he doesn't know that. Don't know everything. Just hanging out in Vector all day, running around, harassing people. Shama Returner. Alright, so this is the guy that we need to interact with in order to actually get into the research facility. Are you ready? Yes. I'm very much ready. Let's get it on. I like that he pretends he's drunk. He's like, oh, must have had too many. Get out of here, you bum. That's good stuff. I think I'm gonna spew. If you're gonna spew, spew in this. Alright. Alright, so we are good to go. Let's head on inside. Nope, that's not the right way. Here we go. There's an ether. It's kind of a lame first chest, honestly. A little depressing. There's the Flame Tongue, though. So the Flame Tongue actually gives a little bit of magic. So I think I end up throwing this on Celeste. And actually, it's a pretty good weapon for in here. To be completely honest, because every once in a while it'll proc fire, which is, you know, pretty nice. All right, there's an X potion, Thunderblade. So it's the Thunderblade, the Flame Tongue, and is it the Ice Brand? They're all like there's 3 different elemental, you know, weapons here. That you can get. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. I was thinking maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw one on lock, but the problem is you'd lose evasion, and I don't think that's probably not worth it. All right, so here's the first like little hidden area off to the side, and that's got an Ice Brand and a Zephyr Cloak. Zephyr Cloak is actually pretty cool. It's a relic that I think it gives, is it 10%? Or maybe it's even more evasion. And then here, though, this is where I started throwing my my reflect rings on. Although Celeste doesn't need one, now that I think about it. Well, no, maybe she does. No, she does. Yeah. It's not a bad idea to throw that on her for the Ifrit Shiva battle, which is coming right up. So yeah, that's not the worst idea, actually. What else did I do here? Okay, Hermes Sandals. Yeah, that kind of makes sense for Sabin. Sabin's kind of going to be Sabin and Edgar, I guess, are both kind of the big damage dealers in the group right now. Alright, so this just leads back. Yeah, we got a chest down here. Dragoon boots. I've got a couple of those already, just from farming the Velt. Not something that I'll probably use, but there's a golden shield. The golden shield actually is is good to use right now. It's just a little bit better than the mithril shields. Although Locke can't use it, Edgar can though. It's kind of like, I think, like heavier armor, right? Like I think like the mithril shield is kind of like medium type stuff, whereas, you know, so that Locke can still use that, but you can't use some of the other stuff that Edgar can. Okay. So the golden helmet, I think. Probably won't end up using that just because the green beret is so much better. There's the golden armor. There's the tent. I think we might be done for this area anyway, for chests. Pretty sure that was it. yeah, this just leads back. Yeah, we're done. All right, so let's hop on the conveyor belt here. This will take us to the final area where Kefka is waiting and being a psycho as usual. Yeah, there's the golden. That's just a direct upgrade over that mithril mail. Quick save. I'm a god, I'm all powerful. Wee. I'll collect more espers, I'll extract their magic, and then I'll revive the warring triad. Oh, that's not a good sign. That ain't good. Don't like that. Let's not do that. Can we not do that? Is that an option? I've already drained all your powers. You're useless to me now. Hey, no one treats my girl Shiva like that. You too, take a hike. It is kind of, I don't know that I've really thought about that much, but it is pretty crazy that, to think about basically being drained of your powers and then thrown in what's essentially a dump, right? You can see what looks like corpses down here of what I just assume is other espers. But anyway, so here's a save point down here. Definitely gonna save. The next battle, the Shiva Ifra fight, can be a little tricky. Every once in a while, you'll just get unlucky and they'll wipe you out. So there's also a bucket down there that restores your HP and MP. So definitely make use of that. Also, so I should say, so there's a couple of encounters down here that I'm just going to end up grabbing. One, actually, this is a pretty good spot to get magic if you haven't already done it, because every fight's going to get you 4 MP if you've got the times 4 MP on, which I did. But this, when I played before, this was the formation that I took, and I only would fight here and get this formation. It doesn't matter though, not really, because at the end of the day, the other formation of Flans, while it's a little bit more annoying, it all ends up in the same pack. So we're not adding any packs, you know, that would slow us down in terms of farming the Velt. There, like I said, there's the 4 MP. Again, that's with times 4 MP on though, so keep that in mind. But anyways, I am going to save the Shiva Ifrit fight for the next video. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.